Welcome back, guys, to my garage. This video is going to be a little bit different. I won't be going in depth much on how to repair what we're working on today. I wasn't planning on making a video, but I did record some video for myself to look back on in the future and to show the owner of the car. Now, the owner of the car actually happens to be my mother. A few months ago, the rear passenger side tire blew out on her 2016 Toyota RAV4. An alignment shop had alerted her to a welded part that prevented them from performing an alignment on the wheel that the tire blew on. Once I heard of this, I checked out her car and noticed this. Once I saw that, I immediately told her it was unsafe to drive the car, and I came up with a repair plan to get the car back on the road as quickly as possible. She drove the car an hour back to my house, and I was able to perform the repairs. The car needed a new subframe, passenger side lateral arm, tow adjuster bolt, washer, nut, and we decided to throw some new brakes on there since they were overdue for replacement. In the end, we also did end up replacing the driver's side lateral arm and the driver's side tow adjuster bolt for that arm, as it had seized to the metal portion of the bushing. Both exhaust bolts were also replaced, as one ended up snapping, and I had accidentally ordered two from Toyota, so I just used both of them. Enjoy the video, and fair warning, I repeat myself many times, and I forget to mention many of the things I had done to remove the subframe. It was 12 degrees outside and windy, so I just wanted to get it done with. This is the passenger side rear wheel. Apparently this tire blew out a few months ago. That should be an attempted murder charge. There's no way. That's welded. Where is it? Oh, here's the other side. That's the subframe. So the brakes have been removed. The parking brake assembly has been removed in order to get the cable out. Unfortunately, there's no disconnect on this. That trailing arm is disconnected. The springs are gone, as well as the lower spring mount perches. Same as the other side. ABS sensors disconnected. Oh, sorry. ABS sensors disconnected. Brake lines disconnected. All that's... Nothing's connected here. The only thing that's holding this in is two bolts. One on this side here, one subframe bolt, and same on the other side, as well as there's an electrical connector plugged into the differential. I can't get to that until I drop the subframe down. Unfortunately, I'm being held up by this stud right here. There's an 18mm bolt on there. Unfortunately, I don't have a long 18mm 1/4-inch drive socket to use. If I did, I'd be able to drop this whole thing down and roll it into the garage, but I'm gonna have to wait for that. So 2 bolts and 1 electrical connector, and that's it. This thing's out. It's kind of really floppy right now, you can see, just because the only thing that's really holding it is this upper control arm, the axle, and the shock, as well as what's left of that lateral arm. That's barely connected. So we'll get that all done when I'm able to get that socket. Old subframe is out. I replaced both of the toe arms, or lateral arms, as well as that bolt because that was seized in there. I noticed on this wheel though, on the car on that side, that wheel was worn pretty unevenly. So I don't know if they couldn't adjust the toe there. I'm not sure. And this is the side that was welded so very horribly. This is what it should look like. This is what it does look like on this side. So, not good. So luckily, this new subframe here, I already got those in place there. See the new bolts? So the only thing left to do is, well, not the only, but what I got to do left is drag this over there, connect the differential vacuum hose and electrical connector there. Lift it up, bolt it in. I got to put the springs in. I got to connect the lower control arms. I have to connect the sway bar to the lower control arm. I have to reinstall the parking brake assembly because in order to get that line out, I had to undo the rear parking brake shoes. So that's gonna be fun. And I'm waiting for the new brakes, which come in tomorrow. So I'm gonna hopefully have the rest of this stuff all in and done tonight. So tomorrow I can just pop in the new brakes. But I'm not sure, it's pretty late at night now. I'm gonna try. All right, the only thing left I gotta do is finish up the brakes and bleed those. But new subframe's in. This right here is the piece before that was welded. This was welded to what was left of that mount here. So new arm, new bolt, new subframe, new nut and washer. That's to adjust the toe. New subframe. Let's see, this side over here got a new bolt, but the nut and the washer are the same. Yeah, besides that, I got a new exhaust bolts. And the new brakes are coming tomorrow. So this thing's buttoned up. I gotta finish getting it buttoned up. But the new subframe is in, and I need to bring it to get an alignment done. And I gotta throw these sway bars in as well. Sway bar and links. All right. So the parking brake assembly is all back together. The only thing I gotta do is put the brakes back on. I'm still waiting for those in the mail. And so once the brakes are done, this car is good. I just put the exhaust back on. I did put 2 new exhaust bolts in. See those? The 2 black bolts right there are replaced. The new subframe is in. Everything's bolted on. The only thing is just waiting for the brakes now. Once those come in, I'll put them on. And then I gotta go take it to get an alignment. And then the car's good to go. All right, car's back on the ground. I still gotta put in the lug nuts there, but everything's in, it's connected, the car starts, runs. I haven't actually driven it yet, so I'm gonna move my car out of the way and try to take that on a little drive once I get those other 3 guys put in. So, get to that. The alignment is done. And the car is completely set to go. And if you remember before, when I came down here, that arm there was very messed up. So this here, this little bolt and lateral arm, that metal got sheared off and somebody welded it back really poorly. So I replaced the subframe. I had to replace the nut, the bolt and the washer, the arms, and I did replace a few other things like those bolts for the exhaust and the other toe bolt on the other side, as well as brand new brakes. And the new subframe As you can see, it's nice and shiny. And the car dries well now with the alignment, so it's getting picked up in a little bit, but it is fully complete. The subframe swap is done. And that's going to be it for today's video. I know there wasn't much to watch, but I figured I'd just share what I had. And thank you guys for staying to the end of the video.